Holler if you hear me, and welcome to this week's edition of Luke Covers, because, well, Doctor Who, what they're saying right now, you would say Doctor Who, my old friend, but these days, because of the social justice schism that they've now been hurling themselves towards, all I say is hello darkness, my old friend. Oh yes. Because, well, you see the rumors out there that Ncuti Gatwa now is going to be leaving Doctor Who, that a regeneration scene was already shot. Now, this may not be a fact because the BBC is not really one for reporting a lot of facts, and neither was The Sun. The best thing The Sun ever reported was page 3, and plenty of my British fans out there would agree with me, and probably would also agree that Joe Guest would make a better Prime Minister these days than who they have in office right now. But you know who is actually sad, and truly honestly sad, that isn't ideologically captured on some social media garbage? That is, when it comes to the rumors of Ncuti Gatwa being done? Oh yes, that sound is the sound of silence. Nobody is sad for this jackass. Nobody's sad for this sentient checkbox for inclusivity drivel to lecture you from the same production company, the same corporation, the same BBC, the same even, hell, you got Bad Wolf involved, you've got good old Russell T Davies. The same people, the same production, the same gentlemen and ladies and asswipes that used your British taxpayer dollars to film in Dubai, where the homosexuals get tortured or killed. Not that Russell T Davies not showing up for the being on location there in Dubai was really something you should have ever, noticed and recognized in his hypocrisy. But now with old Gatwa there, even in this being another massive L for modern Doctor Who, they're desperate to try and spin something of when it comes to this being reported as a rumor though, but rumors are not facts, despite what people like Jim Sterling want you to believe. The idea that, oh well, this is something where the notion what I also saw in the article is that, oh, this makes him the shortest run of the Doctor with one exception. They're trying to go and say, oh, he's the shortest running Doctor out there, but of course, no. Even if you go the whole gamut of real Doctor Who when it comes to, William Hartnell being the first Doctor, not that, overweight black lesbian revisionist crap that they did with the Chris Chibnall years and Jodie Whittaker. No, all the way from William Hartnell up to right now, no. The shortest running Doctor was Christopher Eccleston with that one series when the show first came back, and before then also you have good old Colin Baker with the 2 full seasons he got, even though there also was that massive, 18-month hiatus that they went on. Then eventually, pretty much, they were able to have enough fan backlash that Michael Grade was able to put aside his own personal vendetta against the show. Although Michael Grade, who was the BBC controller at the time, and the at the time current husband of Doctor Who star Colin Baker's, ex-wife, yeah, there's a suspicious reason and timing behind that. He went and just simply personally disliked the show and wanted it gone for his own motives. While if only he would have sought the social justice attitude of it nowadays, where with that kind of garbage being the front you put up, he damn well could have gone and had the show slowly eroded and destroyed from the inside out, so that even the most lenient actual fan of Doctor Who would want to go anywhere near this pile of crap, that would want to take one simple whiff of this stink bomb. They'd rather go and actually take a whiff of the stink palm from Mallrats. They'd rather go and be that guy in the Jackass movie that that was there with a diving helmet while one of his buddies went and farted in the diving helmet. Yeah, that part. He'd probably rather be in there. I know I'd rather be in there than anything to do with modern Doctor Who. And that is a sentiment that only brainwashed little BBC simps like Mr. TARDIS Reviews, that little fat midget, would ever want to go and defend. But remember, this is the same guy who, when it comes to any aberrant whiff of some sexual identity or some aberrant mental disorder being passed off as a gender identity or something like that, when it comes to how they play the identity politics game, he'll be all for, arbitrarily having the David Tennant Doctor come back to say he's gay for the Hindu Sir Isaac Newton, but when he went and did years after the fact, went and did a new review of Asylum of the Daleks, mainly so that he could congratulate himself for pissing and moaning about how offended he was on behalf of people because of a little throwaway line from the first version of Clara we saw, where, oh yeah, she knew something like that, and it was a phase. But of course, because with these people, their ideas about inclusivity and whatever sexual fluidity crap is always towards the way they want it. take one good long look at why they were quiet about Anne Heche until she died because of how, oh yeah, we'll go and artificially bump her career when she's, despite years of dating men, now suddenly is Mrs. Ellen DeGeneres all over the place. But then when the relationship with Ellen falls apart, especially around the time that Ellen's popularity suddenly disappeared in an erosion of movie roles, not landing her box office pay dirt, and her sitcom getting canceled because of no ratings, suddenly Anne Heche going off about her career on her own again and going back to dating or marrying men, yeah, all of the celebration of her on account of her muff diving suddenly disappeared. Because the idea of sexuality being fluid, or of somebody, that their idea changing over the year of what their preference is, so long as it's one exact way. They want to talk about fluidity, but it's always fluidity and water going in the water flowing in the direction that they demand of people. And any other difference, any other change whatsoever, is abject blasphemy to their social justice dogma. So, yep. Although at the very same time, when you look at how, for years, David Tennant was the Doctor who could not even be in the same room with a female character without acting out some kind of sci-fi Nicholas Sparks-ish gooner fantasy for the fangirls out there, suddenly we're going to say, oh yeah, this is the one who's gay. In actual practice, when it comes to these social justice vipers, they always are of the people that want to convince you of, gayness is this or that, but then at the very same time, through their actions, not their words, they give you their direction in their own worldview that being gay is a choice. And if you're somebody out there in the world that finds that notion horribly offensive and you hate it, well then every single time, whether it's Doctor Who or any other goddamn superhero comic book that arbitrarily turns one character after another into some butt buddy of some other self-insert for an autistic fake gay dude, or another flat-chested revenge fantasy for a fake autistic fake lesbian, then you might as well go and pay attention to, right here, these jackasses never, ever practice what they preach. That in actuality, they're always guilty of whatever it is they are currently accusing you. And that's just a plain old fact right there that they will never get. So now when it comes to, is it going to be true that Ncuti Gatwa is going the way of the dodo bird, considering that he is a massive dodo? I'm all for it, and the rest of the actual fandom of Doctor Who will be all for it. And that's not my opinion, I know I'm right. So I want to thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel, will hit 10,000 subs, become a member today, and shop at my art store with the second link below, where you can buy my art or commission me, or you can support me directly with a donation in the store. So until then, felines, slam it, lick it, suck it, and see you, Space Cowboy.